Welcome to the Sense Magic YouTube channel. Today's video brings together three powerful coins from three very different eras: the 1979 United States $1 Eagle coin, the historic 1861 to 1865 Abraham Lincoln $1 coin, and the 1992 Bank Negara Malaysia $1 coin. Each coin carries a story, a purpose, and a value that most people never fully explore. Welcome back. Today we're talking about a coin that many people ignore until they learn one detail. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 coin can be worth $1, or it can jump into the hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases even more, especially when you find the right mint mark, variety, or error. Let's break it down the smart way. First, identify your 1979 dollar coin. Flip the coin to the front. You'll see Susan B. Anthony. Now look at the back, an eagle landing on the moon, Apollo 11 theme. Next, check the mint mark near the date area. P equals Philadelphia. D equals Denver. S equals San Francisco. Most 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars are common. In circulated condition, they usually sell close to face value, sometimes a few dollars. But collectors pay serious money when the coin has the right rare variety or a true mint error. The big one, 1979, P wide rim, near date. This is the most famous 1979 variety. On the 1979 P, some coins were made with a wide rim, also called near date. That means the rim looks thicker and the date is closer to the edge. Value idea, typical market ranges. Circulated, often $10 to $30 plus. Nice uncirculated, $50 to $200 plus. High-grade certified examples can reach $500 to $2,000 plus depending on grade and demand. This is where people get shocked, because it looks like a normal dollar until you compare rims. Proof coins, 1979s, and why some are worth more. If your coin has an S mint mark and a mirror-like shiny proof look, it might be a proof coin. Proofs can sell for more, especially in perfect condition. But here's the twist. Some 1979 S coins are famous for a mint mark variety called filled S, or different S mint mark styles. These can increase value, especially when graded. Big worth errors, doubled, misprints, and off-center strikes. Now let's hit the fun part, errors. Errors are where the big money stories happen, but you must be careful because damage is not the same as an error. 1. Double die errors, the double error people mean. A real double die shows doubling in the design itself, off and on. Letters like Liberty. Date numbers 1979. In God we trust. Value ranges. Minor doubling might be $20 to $100. Strong doubling, confirmed by experts, can move into $200 to $1,000 plus depending on rarity and grade. 2. Off-center strike. If the coin design is shifted and you can clearly see it struck off-center, and the date is still visible, collectors love it. Value, often $50 to $300 plus, and more if the strike is dramatic and clean. This happens when the coin expands wider than normal. It looks fatter than a normal dollar coin. Value, commonly $30 to $150 plus depending on condition. 4. Clipped planchet. A chunk missing from the edge that looks clean and mint-made, not broken later. Value, often $40 to $200 plus. 5. Struck through grease/weak details. Sometimes grease blocks part of the design, creating missing letters or weak areas. Value, usually $20 to $150, but dramatic examples can go higher. Now we're hunting a coin that causes confusion, and that confusion is exactly why people miss the money. When someone says, I have an 1865 Abraham Lincoln $1 coin, 9 times out of 10 they're holding a modern presidential $1 coin that says 16th President 1861 to 1865. Those years are Lincoln's term in office, not the year the coin was minted. The modern Lincoln presidential $1, the 1861 to 1865 coin people mean. This coin is part of the U.S. presidential $1 coin program. It features Lincoln's portrait and the text 1861 to 1865, and it has edge lettering. The date/mint marks are on the edge on many of these dollars. Normal value. Most Lincoln presidential dollars are common. In typical condition, they're usually worth around $1 to a few dollars, unless they're in high-grade uncirculated or special finishes. But collectors don't pay big money for normal. They pay big money for errors, especially edge lettering mistakes. Big worth errors for presidential dollars. 1. Missing edge lettering. This happens when the coin skips the edge inkising step, so it looks blank on the edge where the inscriptions should be. These can sell for tens to hundreds of dollars depending on grade and demand. 2. Double edge lettering, the real double error. This is a true mint error where the coin goes through the edge lettering process twice, leaving two sets of edge inscriptions. It's a known category for presidential dollars and a serious collector target when it's clear and dramatic. 3. Misaligned or partial edge lettering. If only part of the edge text appears, or it's shifted, collectors still pay premiums, especially if the coin is clean and uncirculated. Auction tip. For modern errors, photos matter more than hype. Photograph the edge clearly, with close-ups that show missing or doubled inscriptions. No edge photo equals no serious bidder. Part 2. The real 1865 US. $1 coin. This is where the biggest worth lies. If your coin is truly dated 1865, and it's a genuine US silver dollar, you're not looking at Lincoln, you're looking at the 1865 Liberty-seeded dollar, Philadelphia Mint. This coin is historic, scarce, and collectible in a way modern dollars usually aren't. Big Value Reality Check, January 2026 Guide. NGC's price guide puts circulated examples roughly in the hundreds to thousands depending on condition, and higher grades jump sharply. PCGS reports an auction record of $57,500 for an 1865 $1 in MS65, a very high-grade coin. That's the Buy-Just Worth lane, top condition, certified, and rare at that level. How to sell an 1865 silver dollar for maximum money. Do not clean it. Cleaning can crush the value. Get it authenticated/graded by a major service, PCGS/NGC, before big auctions. Compare auction records and price guides, not random asking prices. Final takeaway. If your coin says 1861 to 1865, with Lincoln, you're likely hunting modern error value. Missing or doubled edge lettering can be the jackpot. If your coin is truly dated 1865, the biggest money is usually the Liberty-seeded silver dollar, where condition and certification can push values into the thousands, and in rare cases, 5 figures at auction. The coin game is basically, know what you actually have, then let collectors fight over it. At first glance, the 1992 Bank Negara Malaysia $1 coin looks simple, even ordinary. Many people in Malaysia and abroad remember it as daily pocket change. But coins have a strange habit. When history, minting quirks, and collector psychology collide, something once common can quietly transform into a high-value collectible. This coin is a perfect example. A short but powerful history. The 1992 $1 coin was issued under Bank Negara Malaysia, the nation's central bank. During this period, Malaysia was modernizing its currency system, refining designs, metal compositions, and minting standards to meet rising economic activity. The coin represents more than money. It reflects Malaysia's economic confidence in the early 1990s, a time of industrial growth, regional trade expansion, and stronger national identity. Because millions were minted, most people assume the coin has no value beyond face value. That assumption is where opportunity hides. Normal value versus collector value. A standard 1992 Malaysia $1 coin, heavily circulated, usually trades close to face value or a small premium. In uncirculated condition, it may sell for a few dollars. But collectors don't chase normal. They chase mistakes. And mistakes are where the big numbers appear. The big worth factor, error coins. Error coins are created at the mint, not damaged later. That distinction matters. True mint errors are frozen accidents of history, and collectors pay for that story. 1. Double die error, the double that matters. A true double die happens when the coin die itself is misaligned during creation. This causes doubling in the design, not just surface damage. On the 1992 Malaysia $1 coin, collectors look for doubling on numbers in the date 1992, lettering on inscriptions, national symbols or fine details. If the doubling is clear and consistent, values can jump dramatically. Estimated collector value. Minor doubled die, $50 to $150. Strong, visible doubling, $300 to $800 plus. Rare, confirmed examples in top condition, $1,000 plus. 2. Off-center strike errors. An off-center strike occurs when the blank planchet is not properly aligned during striking. The result is a shifted design, sometimes dramatic, sometimes subtle. Collectors prefer clear off-center strike, date still visible, no post-mint damage. Value range, typically $100 to $500, with extreme examples going higher. 3. Misprint/weak strike errors. Some 1992 coins show weakly struck areas, missing design elements, or uneven detail due to grease-filled dies or low strike pressure. These errors often appear as faded letters, partial symbols, flat or smooth sections, while subtle, authenticated examples still attract collectors. Value, around $40 to $200, depending on severity and eye appeal. For broad strike, no collar error. A broad strike happens when the coin is struck without the retaining collar, causing it to spread wider than normal. The coin looks fatter, with stretched details. Collector value, usually $80 to $300, more if condition is high. Condition is the silent multiplier. Two identical error coins can sell for wildly different prices based on condition. Sharp details, clean surfaces, and original luster multiply value fast. Cleaning, polishing, or scratching the coin can erase 70 to 90% of its potential worth instantly. Collectors prefer coins that look untouched, even if they're imperfect. Auction strategy. How big prices happen. Big prices don't happen by accident. Photograph the coin clearly, front, back, close-ups. Describe the error precisely, no exaggeration. Compare sold listings, not asking prices. Rare errors gain the most attention when authenticated or graded. When bidders trust the coin, competition begins, and competition creates big numbers. Final thought. The 1992 Bank Negara Malaysia $1 coin is a reminder that value isn't always obvious. History, human error, and collector desire can turn an everyday object into a high-value artifact. Most are ordinary. A few are extraordinary. And those few are why collectors never stop looking.